go ahead and do it. I was at IIM's a few days back, and everyone like this, I did this session, everyone had some other idea. But there was this gap between going ahead and doing something. Like people used to say that entrepreneurs are the people who take risks. Believe me, the definitions have changed. I think so. It is no more a major risk at this point in time. Indian HR has started recognizing failed entrepreneurship as a great opportunity to recruit. So it doesn't take anything. You will lose at least a year or two. That's it, and nothing else to kind of go back and start doing something, or go back to the job. That's the worst you can do. That's the worst. When I started, Qasar about 3 years back, it took Harish about 1.5 years to convince me to go ahead and leave Relief and start Qasar. That too before I was an entrepreneur, before joining Relief. With the fear of leaving a job. But in art, still, about 5 years back, it was difficult to leave. But today, the opportunities are immense. The money is available. The support system is very high. The recognition of if you're a failed entrepreneurship is high in the HR. So my idea really is to go back and do anything, whether affiliate marketing, whether, there are 10 ideas already floating within the system. Everyone can use any of those ideas and actually go back and do something. I get people calls to kind of say, give me business plan format. Believe me, that's something which you can just take, kitna paisa lagaya aur kitna paisa kamaya, that's it. That's a business plan if you want to look back. If you want to go to asking for money for your own venture, go to the VC, and if you can show the idea in the first 5 slides, period, he will fund you or he will not fund you. If you can write your idea in 5 lines, I think that's the job done, and you can really realize whether you're passionate about it or not. The second kind of entrepreneurship is, everyone can't become a businessman, okay? But the second kind of entrepreneurship really is that what kind of environment in an organization are you working in? Are you working in an organization which actually promotes entrepreneurship? The first 10 people of, with this acquisition just happened, the first 10 people of Qasar made their first million by working with Qasar. So, all I'm trying to say is that it is not always that you have to do a business. You can actually promote or use your entrepreneurial skills by working in a great setup which actually promote entrepreneurship within an environment, within a structured team, and everyone's working towards value creation. Of course, the founders and the co-founders will actually have a more value creation than the team, but of course, you can make a lot of money. I know the first 100 people in Google have ended up making $40 million each. So, and they pay well. We used to kind of hear कि शादी नहीं होती है, startup में काम करते हैं, शादी बड़ी problem आती है, but believe me, I think the times are going, and even the outlaws are starting to learn that startups actually end up paying more money. But so the fact really is, either you become a great businessman, try and do something. You leave your job tomorrow. Put a resignation letter. I think that's the only fear. Put a resignation letter. Do something. If you don't have an idea of doing something within your organization, try and see how you can become an entrepreneur. I am sure, at least we know about our organizations, and my fellow people, the founders here, they all are promoting entrepreneurship. They say, we love people who come to us and say, I have this idea and I want to do this. Just go ahead and do it. Quit whatever you are doing in whichever division. Do your build your idea whichever way you want to. Give a presentation internally. We have promoted entrepreneurs internally. So the Tyro, and let's say within our organization we founded Smile first, and Qasar, Tyro, and then Zoomtra. So Tyro and Zoomtra actually came out of entrepreneurial ideas, which actually one of our guys came in and said, I thought internet advertising network will be a great idea. He gave a presentation. We all liked it. The amount of money we got invested into it was within our pockets. We said, hey, go ahead and do it. A 35% stake of Tyro has been picked up by Yahoo, and he has ended up picking up some fortune for research and so. So I'm saying, choose the way you want to go. There are few young people here, like the guy who does bot blog. He had just ended up doing something. Whether it will be great success or reasonable success, but I think he can go back. Everyone will be a happy employer in case he wants to even go back and do something. Also, whenever you build your business plan, show your idea to a woman and not to a man. Believe me, women are, or your girlfriend or your wife or your mother, whosoever, they appreciate your idea much more than your fellow boyfriend, or your friend. So he would always go back and no, I've seen women really appreciate our business ideas. They will like. Oh yeah, you can find your girlfriend, right? Yeah. So, but this might be just a little practical experience, but they really. Otherwise, you go to someone, somebody says, "Yeah, अच्छी वाली नौकरी चल रही है क्या?" But that happens. Do that. Make a small business plan in a rough sheet. Put it into a 5-slide kind of thing. If you have your own money, go ahead and do it. If you don't have money, do not be shy of approaching. I've seen a lot of people within my mind when I was studying were actually shy of approaching CEOs of large companies to fund their ideas or even talk about their ideas. And then share. Do not think, I have seen a lot of people say, "Mera idea koi chura lega." It doesn't happen. Everyone, like this guy, has just opened up this idea of spirituality on internet, and he's asking people, any one of you, to go ahead and do it. So, more and more you share, I think you get recognized, and you actually find a great team to go ahead and do it. So, another thing is that I certainly believe internet and mobile. A lot is being talked about internet here, but believe me, I think internet got 40 million. And will be about 100 million users. 40 million people are using internet right now. There will be 100 million people using internet in about 2 to 3 years. Mobile will be at that point of time about 350, 400 million users. I think both opportunities are big and virgin at this point of time. But I think mobile is still a bigger opportunity. Our 10% ad spends are now going in mobile. This year we are projecting about 20% of our ad spends will go into mobile. So think about both internet and mobile. It's not just about internet. Mobile is also a big opportunity. And if you can, think global. Because a lot of Indian entrepreneurs tend up not thinking global, maybe because of exposure, because we've just seen the open world in the last 5, 6 years, whatever those reasons could be. But think global. If you can't still, in an Indian environment, so just start developing your idea in whatever sense. And try it at least for 2 years. If you fail, go back. 2 years, I think, is that time when you start recognizing that whether you are a great entrepreneur or not, or it's working or not. And if it doesn't, just go back to the organization you came from, or just go back to the people in the industry, and they'll give you a job. And I think India is right now at a great sentiment high. Either join a great organization who promotes entrepreneurship, or go ahead and do something of your own. And I think for the next 5 years, there will be no stopping. There will be no stopping at all. Go ahead and do whether it's internet, mobile, sandwiches, retail, anything. I think just go ahead and do that. I'm happy to take any other questions, but I just want to kind of drive. Sorry? Slides were here. The ideas were here. So the slide was really the opportunity, right? There are 10 opportunities which came in. The topic was really opportunity. I think we discussed 10 opportunities, and I can actually see more hands getting raised to share their opportunities. These are the opportunities. I can tell you the opportunities we are working on. At Smile, we are working on opportunities where we want to sell cars on the internet. We want to do healthcare on the internet. We want to do retail assisted e-commerce. We've already announced that. We want to do jewelry on the internet. These are already 4 ideas, and we are saying that we are already working on, apart from being a powerhouse on media, on digital media. So you're all welcome. These are 20. I haven't seen a session where 20 ideas are just floated right now here and say go ahead and do it. And they all don't need crores and crores of rupees to do it. They all need the first 2.5, 3 crores rupees, or even lower if you want to prove that. So I think that is really what I wanted to drive it. There are a lot of all the people who are speaking here, they're all success stories. If you can just and it just takes 5 years. All these are 5 years. 5 years behind Naukri. Those started long back, but I think the curve really came in last 5 years. Comely, just started about 2 years back. Qasar actually started about 2.5 years back. To Smile, we started